3, 2, 1, action.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, July 1st. You're at the Hendrick Hudson Reorganization and Regular Meeting. Can we please stand for the flag? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get a motion to open the meeting? Motion to open the meeting?
Second.
Can I get a motion to approve the reorganization agenda as stated? Motion to approve the reorganization agenda. Second. At this time, I'd like to administer the oath of office to our Superintendent Michael Trombley. Sorry.
I, Michael Trombley, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of Superintendent of the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025.
Thank you. Now Mike is going to administer the oath of office for myself as district clerk.
Raise your right hand.
I, Carmen Koch, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of district clerk of the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025.
Congratulations.
Okay, so now we're gonna, for our two new board trustees, Tori Boudin and Lauren Stanko. Can you come up? We're gonna administer the oath of office to you. You want to do it now? Okay, so we're gonna move up to the front. Why don't we do that? So you want to get pictures? We can do that. We'll do Corey first, okay? Okay. I'll play it. So you can see how I do it. And then it's all good.
I, Tori Boudin, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board of Education trustee for the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2027.
Here. One.
I, Lauren Stanko, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board of Education trustee for the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 2024 through June 30th, 2027.
Congratulations. Come have a seat. Okay, on to the next portion of our meeting. We'll be doing the nominations for board president. At this time, I'd ask for nominations for president of the Board of Education for the 2024-25 school year. Do I hear any nominations?
I'll nominate Erica Nelson.
They will give us any other nominations? Can I have a motion to close the nominations for board president? Motion to close. Can I get a second?
Can I second my nomination also?
Next nominations are for Board of Education 2024-25 Vice President. Can I get a nomination for Vice President?
I'd like to nominate Amelia Silverman.
Any other nominations? Can I get a motion to accept the nomination of Amelia Silverman for Vice President?
Motion.
Can I get a second? Okay, so that ends our nomination for congratulations to our new president and vice president. So I hand over the meeting to our new president, Erica Mills, for the 2024-25 school year.
Do we have to vote?
Motion and second motion. We can do a roll call if you want to do that.
Do we have to?
No. Okay? All right. Congratulations. I turn the meeting now over to the president. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have to administer the oath of office for the president and vice president. So, that's Erica Mills for president.
Okay, you want to read right
You
here?
want to do it from?
I can do it right here too. Do I have to stand up?
I, Erica Mills, do solemnly swear, I, Erica Mills, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board President for the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025.
Amelia, do you want to stand up or you want to do it at
Whatever you want to do, Carmen.
Okay. Formal. This is the first time we've done it here, usually downstairs. Okay, so can you put your right hand up?
I, Amelia Silverman, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Vice President for the Hendrick Hudson Central School District according to the best of my ability, effective July 1, 2024 through July 30th, 2025.
Okay. I'm going to hand the meeting over to our new board president, Erica Mills.
Do we have that thing for exec that I need to read? I'm going to need that.
I got two.
Okay.
You know what, I guess now just thinking about it, you guys didn't say, usually you do first, second motion, and then all of you say, right, usually after you,
Yes.
we didn't do that.
No.
Yeah, so I think you need to do that. Right, sorry. If we go back to. Okay, so for president, Jeremy Basso made a motion. Who seconded the motion? I'm gonna, second the motion? All in favor?
Amelia seconded the motion.
Yeah. All in favor? Okay. For vice president, who made the motion now?
I made the motion.
You mentioned Tamika seconded. All in favor?
Wait, I'm in favor, but can I just say something?
Sure.
Or am I not allowed to say something? I'm just a little nervous because I know that it's such a heavy job during the day and how we are both teachers and we're cut off basically in our classroom. That it's going to be, I don't think the public realizes how overwhelming of a job being president and vice president is. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know as a teacher, you are cut off in the classroom. So if something occurs. But I'm just making the motion to vice president. I'm nervous about that. And I wanted to put that out there.
Well, the good news is I'm available most of the time
I was gonna
during the
say,
day.
we'll leave
if I'm unavailable, somebody else can go in place of,
Yes.
for anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, that's how we've been doing it. So if, in the past, if Alexis or I weren't available, we would invite the rest of the board to potentially come. Because there's gonna be a lot of things during the day that Amelia might not be able to attend, but then we'd open it up to,
So if,
like we've been doing.
okay, so if Amelia can't attend, like, because you work from home, right?
Yeah, Tamika's been attending.
And you work from home?
Yeah.
I guess it'll be an
Honestly,
open
be-
call for whoever's available.
Yes.
Because then I'm never available.
And if there is something that we will, I think we will manage this without it.
Okay. I just want to make sure there's,
Yeah, and I think also it's like important to remember that we're a team. So if one of us, you know, she's my backup on signing things and things like that. But at the end of the day, we all have equal, we're all equally, trustees are equal in all of our duties and our voices and all of that is equal. So we'll make it work.
Just one point of privilege. So we will, as the administrative team, will handle the day-to-day operations of the district and keep all board members informed and make sure that we put in place a structure such as if there's an agenda review, that it's flexible to the leadership schedule. We'll make it work on our end.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to put it over to Erica. I'm sorry about the confusion.
Just gonna make a quick comment. I think that there's nothing that Amelia has ever stepped up to do that she hasn't done 100% of the way and even beyond that. So you got this. And if you can't make a meeting, we're here to help. So just know that you always help us. Thank you.
All right, so we move on with the consent agenda, right? We only approved, what did we get through approving, Carmen?
We only got through approving, I think you have to go down to where reorganization consent agenda.
Okay, so we have to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion?
Tamika, you made a-
Yeah, motion.
Second.
All in favor? And just for the record, I did ask ahead of time if anyone needed to call anything from the consent agenda, and that was a no.
Yeah, we did all the calls from before.
Yeah, that was,
Okay.
so now we're doing. So can I have a motion to approve the approval of appointments for 24, 25?
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor? Can I have a motion to approve the reorganization consent agenda items?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor? One member on the regular meeting.
All right. I think you're at the regular part of the meeting now, right? So regular part of the meeting.
Okay, so now can someone make a motion to approve the regular meeting agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor? And then we have to approve the consent agenda separately, right? Can someone make a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
As it's stated?
Second.
All in favor? Do we have anyone signed up for audience comments on non-agenda items?
No.
Okay. Are we at the policy already?
That's Mike.
Sure, we'll do a brief superintendent's report. Congratulations to our new trustees and also to our new board leadership. I look forward to working with you on behalf of the district and look forward to your leadership and guidance. Also want to recognize It is July 1st. We, as educators, get to have 2 times through the year where we get a second chance, where we get to start over. July 1st is the busy season for district office, and then also we look forward to beginning in September as well too. So thank you to my administrative cabinet, Dr. Ruller, Ms. Shookman, and Ms. Joy, who have been with me through the first year, and want to say welcome to Dr. Garcia and Ms. Figueroa as they join our team today. And we had a wonderful marathon meeting this morning as we were moving in and getting everything organized. So we look forward to working on behalf of the students at Hendrick Hudson. And I know that if the community is watching at home, this is a meaty agenda, but just know that this is the meeting where the board authorizes a number of items that allow us to do our job as a school district. So that is the purpose of this reorganizational meeting, not only just to elect new board leadership and welcome new trustees to serve the district, but also to allow the district to be able to conduct the majority of its operations. So we're approving appointments of people to positions, we're approving the ability for the administration to do that, and the only do certain things, and the only entity that has that authority is the board acting as Board of Education. So it's a very lengthy meeting, but it's also a very important meeting, and thank you to the board for, I'm sure it took a long time to go through the very deep agenda. So thank you for your efforts on that, and welcome to the summer. There are no follow-up items from the last board meeting, and that concludes the superintendent report.
Are there any audience comments on agenda items? Okay, so now that brings us to our policy readings. And I do not have my computer in front of me, which I usually do. We're starting with the code of conduct. No, and so this is the Hendrick Hudson Heights School District Code of Conduct. This code of conduct was developed by a dedicated committee representing each school bargaining unit and parent organization in the district. The committee utilizing the existing district code of behavior and the model. You guys are not going to make me read this.
Motion to recommend.
Second.
All in favor?
I was waiting for Jeremy. That's usually his thing.
I think Mr. President.
Yeah. What? Yeah, so there were items that were in red. Did everyone get to review the items that were in red that we had discussed the last time? I think there was one additional.
Stephanie's, about the videotaping, we have changed the wording.
Yeah, we changed the wording there.
My issue is with the dignity coordinator. Lot number, I think page 13, line 7, says that we're gonna address personal biases that may prevent equal treatment of all students and staff. And we haven't had any implicit bias training in this district whatsoever. So it's here. But what have we done to ensure that we address personal biases that may prevent equal treatment of all students and staff? I mean, I don't really know many other districts that haven't had this training.
Is that something that we can look into?
Certainly, yes. And also, it's part of our job as administrators, especially when receiving that training, but also in every decision to make sure that we implement it based on policy or board approved protocols. And there's many layers that we work with our administrators on. So we always have the appeals process to make sure that that occurs. As an example, if there is a DASA investigation and it is unfounded at the building level, there is an appeal process which reviews the investigation, which reviews the follow-up on all parts. And then if that, as an example, is appealed, it comes to the superintendent. So you're getting different layers and you're getting different reviews.
I understand that, but where's the training for the teachers and the staff? So
So we'll definitely look through the professional learning committee on how we might be able to best support that. That's a good follow-up item to the professional learning committee.
I feel like this was written in somewhere, written into the initiatives of the strategic plan as well. I don't know if it was as specific as this, but it is part of it is one of the wording might be different, but it's part of our bullet points first
For the spirit of the outline.
of number 4, yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then everyone had a chance to review the wording on the videoing? Any type of recording, streaming, or other electronic transmission or storage? You see that? That's because it was just recording or taping. Okay, so we're good with this, because this is. You have to approve this, correct?
I'm good with it.
You have a concern that you lost it. Think about it.
No, I just want to make sure that things in red, that everyone got to review them ahead of time.
I think we're just modernizing it the way people would do things. Refer to as recording, right? Right, tape it.
Yep.
What happens if students take a teacher?
At this point in time, they are not allowed, because that would be non-consensual.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
And most teachers do not allow, cell phones in their classroom.
But we don't have any ban on cell,
There's not an official board policy
on cell.
on cell phones. As of yet.
That was something that we wanted to get information from the site-based teams on before we made a decision, so that it was what the faculty, principals, what they all wanted in their buildings. And then we would,
The governor.
and then the governor might do something, but yeah, and then
Herself.
in the meantime, we wanted feedback from them before that happened, so that we're putting a policy in place that they want.
And why put a policy in place that may change the governor in some number of months and have to redo all the work? There's a million other policies that didn't touch yet. So, I think that was sort of the spirit of things this week. And then if she doesn't do anything with it, then we can decide what to do based on that process.
And the other part is that, and what we've discussed in the policy committee, and we've also discussed in the shared decision-making larger team, is that each building sort of has its own, it's not codified in policy, but each building has its own rules around stuff. I mean, like the middle school, they were supposed to be locked up all day. So if they're out, then that's like the rule of the building. And then the high school, each teacher has the option to have their students put their cell phones in. There's a bin in every single classroom.
Right, but without a policy, it's almost impossible to manage. It becomes more of a distraction and something else that the teacher has to do. So,
No, absolutely. I think a
Yes.
policy in place takes the pressure off of the teacher being the bad guy, and you're just like, this is the policy the board put in place, so
and let the
Definitely.
teacher teach.
yeah, I think it definitely is something needed. We just needed to do a little more research on it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
Motion to approve policy
code of conduct.
code of conduct.
Second.
All in favor? You're gonna have to do that too. Going forward. Because if I'm the one reading the policy, I can't make a motion. I can't, or unless we alter who's gonna read policy going forward. So it takes that away from me. It takes that away from my ability, if I'm reading the policies, to make motions on the policies and stop reading, so just. Okay, one more today. Okay, this is the first reading of our policy. This is policy 1000, community relations, public comment at board meetings. And this is code 1230E. Because we feel community engagement is important, the Hendrick Hudson Board of Education welcomes public comment during this portion of the meeting. Please note that the.
Second.
All in favor?
Oh, wait,
I want to
I
read
wanted
out
to-
the call.
I was gonna, yes.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
think the
change it.
bullet
The
That
card.
has the card, can we just change that there will be a timer a 3-minute timer presented on the board?
Yes. We just need to change karma. We've been doing it differently.
Yep.
And we just never codified the change.
So approve motion, the motion.
We didn't motion to approve, we motion to waive the reading. I think this is pretty close to what we're doing. It was just the one thing about holding up a sign, that they used to do that, but we haven't done that. Yes, it's the fourth bullet, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess you just take out the whole 30-second warning and then
Yeah.
finish with the red card.
The whole
As
thing.
Will be timing comments and indicate when the speaker's time is finished.
Yeah, I would say fourth bullet should just be that first sentence. And then maybe if you wanted to put an additional bullet after it, that just said there will be a 3-minute time, there will be a timer presented on the board. And take out the other pieces.
Last one.
It's a soccer, pull up the yellow cars.
We're not doing it.
I don't like the repetitive.
I agree with you, Jeremy, because if I took time out of my day.
Yeah.
To come and make a comment,
But
I wouldn't want
useful.
anyone on the board to say, wow. Audience member A already made that comment, so take a seat.
Yeah, I'm not very well articulated, and then you get up and say something else and have a more intelligent way to say the same thing. Why should you be silent? I don't like that. I don't think it should.
So the problem with that is that we only have a 15-minute comment section, so someone has to make a motion to extend that comment period. So we can have, you only get 5 people to comment if it's all about the same 5 things, and you have 5 more people, you have to guarantee that someone at the table will make the motion to allow that to go past the 15 minutes. Whereas if you get to the third person with the same comment or the same topic, you ask them to step aside and then have the other person come up. So I'm not saying that I agree with I'm being kind of being devil's
But
advocate
if
here.
there's 6 people with 6 topics, the same problem happens with no duplication of that.
Right, so maybe the 15 minutes is a problem. It can go either way. Cause somebody could be sitting here waiting to talk about some other completely different topic and we never get to them.
It's not happening a lot.
It's never happened with our board. It's never, you have to go watch it through private.
But you extended the comment.
We kept extending the comment periods. We always made a motion to extend the comment period, but in other boards, what happens is, let's just say, I'll give you an example. Someone comes up, wants to talk about masks. You get to the third person that wants to talk about masks. The board president can ask that person that we've already heard about the topic.
Based on that bullet.
And it happened before.
It's happened.
Well, I guess that's fair too, though, because at the end of the day, the board is the comment and the impact on masks. You could say no masks and you have to do it anyway because it wasn't your decision.
Yeah, and that's also part of,
I guess I don't.
Allow people to see whether it's repetitive or not. I mean, if we want more community engagement, that's the only way we're gonna get it. We're gonna start limiting people or silencing them when they have something, even if it's the same repetitive thing. We want them to show up here.
so you're not, okay.
I think
That's what
you
I'm
leave it
saying.
at 15
You have
minutes.
to, so someone at this table, no matter what, when we get to 15, has to make a motion to extend that comment period.
Well, I don't think the repetitive comment.
Yeah,
I don't think we've had enough people. I mean, I've done it a couple of times, but it hasn't been enough. Like, we want people to come.
no, we've had it before. We had it where we extended it multiple times.
But I don't think. the repetitive comment piece has to-
Please don't
I think
bring
if you
that
leave it
up.
at 15 minutes, based on that meeting, you make the decision, which will typically be yes, extended, unless it's like some crazy hospital issue, and you're using that to just sort of keep the peace. and
I just,
control.
the one thing is, the thing is to think about policy is, like, we're the 7 people sitting here today, but next year or the year after might be a whole nother.
Which is why I want not to have someone else choose who gets to talk.
Correct.
Yeah, so what are we taking out? Let's just be clear.
Just the bullet,
I think the bullet regarding the,
bullet 5.
yeah. Repetitive comments.
That could be the bullet that just becomes, we'll have a timer on the screen for 3 minutes.
Okay, before we make that change, I'd like to run it by our legal counsel first,
Yep, I'll go with that.
okay? Just to make sure that we have all of this in proper order and we're following protocols properly, legally. The only thing I'm wondering is if we have to we should probably explain to the public within this policy how we will extend the allotted 15 minutes. So people understand that it's 15 minutes, but there is an action to extend that period. We should add something about that. Does everyone agree with that?
So in that, where it says to maintain an orderly meeting, the board has allotted 15 minutes for each of the comment period, which may be extended by board consensus.
There it
Yes,
is, yeah.
yeah, we should probably make by making a motion, because it should be very specific.
Do we want to include anything in here that, there's nothing about using names, like when they're addressing us?
So that's in the main, I think, main code 1230, isn't that, that's in the original, that's in the first one. So this is
Okay.
the
I think we need to.
exhibit.
I think we should talk to the attorney, because that was this whole other piece that. Was it? In 22, 23, we got emails about that you're not allowed to limit the names, right? Well, so there was a question was raised, is it legal to limit who is addressed at the table if they're an employee of the public sources?
It's my understanding, again, we probably should check with legal counsel, but it's my understanding that the questions should be general in nature. It's not a dialogue that if you do have a concern about a particular employee, you address that person, superintendent.
Yes.
Superintendent can update the board.
Yeah, we just updated that once, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes.
So you know those emails? Yeah.
Yes.
Questioning that policy that's been longstanding, and I think it's something that is practiced probably statewide for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a matter of protecting our staff.
Yep.
Protecting our students and protecting our parents and protecting our community members. So no one should come in here and address anyone but the board president, or someone else sitting in the seat at the time. You can't call out independent board members, and you cannot name names of employees. It does get tricky when people come up here and want to pay compliments to staff, I don't know if I necessarily like bang the gavel on that one, but it is you're not really supposed to do that either. It's kind of goes both ways.
So just the conceptual framework. The perception is that often this is a public meeting of the board, a public board meeting. And there's a distinction, it's a meeting of the Board of Education in public. And the board is conducting its business in public to provide transparency, to provide insights to the public so they can see what the board is taking action on. And comments, I believe comments don't even have to be offered. Boards can set to restrict all comments. This board has chosen to allow those comments. So just as a frame of reference, if you're thinking, it is the Board of Education meeting, and they're really not even questions, they're comments from the public. So to help inform the board, or to help the board with its, understand the citizens that it serves. If there's a specific concern about any particular action of an employee or administrative policy or procedure, that should always go to the superintendent first, and then the board can be updated by the superintendent.
Yeah, and in the past, we have arranged our meetings so that you used to sit through meetings you want to make a comment that wasn't on an agenda item, you would sit through meetings you could sit through meetings for 2 hours until you got to make your comment. So we rearranged that so that the public comment on non-agenda items is in the beginning, so people can come and make their comment and then leave if they like. And then the other thing that we have committed to, and I believe is written into the other policy, is that we allow comments on agenda items prior to us voting. That was another thing that used to be after the board voted. And that's actually what NISBA recommends. So, again, like Mike said, this is a meeting of the board, but us as a board, what we've written into policy is so that we can get feedback from them. And we actually had a recent conversation about this because this policy is coming back up through our 3,000, our policy review. So. All right, so this will come back with the changes to the next meeting for approval. Are there any committee reports? Are there any other comments from the business? Oh, here, okay. I want to. I agree with you exactly. We don't close the meeting first, right? We have to close this public meeting.
So you can motion to move to exec with the understanding that no board action will be taken during exec, only to close the meeting.
Okay.
That would be the only board action that would occur in exec.
So I need a motion.
Motion to move to executive.
Move to exec. Second.
All in favor? The Board of Education of the Hendrick Hudson School District Board of Ed will convene for the purpose of collective negotiations under the Taylor Law, medical, financial credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment or employment or promotion or demotion or discipline or suspension or removal of a particular person or corporation. Now can I have, I'm sorry, do I now can I have a motion to approve that?
Motion.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. We usually move into that first.